Yeah. Brooklyn in the room. Men Talk Podcast, we on the block. Brooklyn best die, we never stop. We serve the people day by day. Real talk, real love, that's our way. Men Talk Podcast, say it loud. Men Talk Podcast, hold the crowd. Brooklyn best die, we show up strong. Serve the community all day long. Men Talk Podcast, Brooklyn in the room. We serve the community, that's what we do.
Men Talk, 2 words, a movement. Everything we need is in the room. I'm Brian Gaffney, and I'm here today with Black film director, Baron Mak. How you doing, Baron?
Hey, what's up, my brother?
That's good. I'm gonna get right into it, man. This is what I've been waiting on. You know, I've seen some of your work. And I want to know more about the magic behind the work. So take us back. Where did you grow up? And what was your relationship like with storytelling as a kid? Take us back.
So I grew up in Brownsville. I was born,
Ville.
that's right, in the Ville in the 70s, early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a young guy. That's number one. Number two, I grew up on St. Mark's, where it was rough because I was between Prospect Plaza and Kingsborough. So to be alive today, and the courthouse. So to be alive today is a beautiful thing. But to take you as a filmmaking, my mother was a big inspiration because she used to always take us to the movies. But all my friends, we used to go to the Regent on Bedford Avenue.
Right.
Bedford and Fulton.
Right.
So
Right.
we used to go there, you get 2 movies. You get the karate flick and you get a horror flick.
I remember that.
And then we used to always go there, hang out. And my mom used to sneak, she couldn't afford the concession stand.
Right.
So she would fry chicken and tell everybody to put the bones, give her the bones back.
Oh, I love your moms already. I love moms
so
already.
it was like 10 of us in a deuce and a quarter going to the movies.
And the deuce?
In the deuce and a
Oh
quarter.
my God, my pops had one of those. I can relate.
Yeah.
I can relate. That's good. Was there a specific film that caught your eye, that got your attention, and you said, "Wow, I wonder what does that take to make that?" What was it that really sparked your creative juices?
No, it wasn't that. Filmmaking came really as a result of me being a Christian rapper. So I was a Christian rapper, you know, I had a calling on that. And what happened was one of my bros today, he had a thing called Higher Calling across the street when I was living on Tompkins Avenue. And there was a whole bunch of rappers that they was in Von King Park at the time. They was rocking down in the hole over there. And I went over there and God was like, yo, you owe me. I was like, oh, you. And this is my coming to, Jesus moment. I'm like, oh, you. He's like, I was like, I'm 38. Who gonna listen to a 30-year-old rapper?
Wow.
And then in result of that, I started getting intrigued when I did my first song, Thankful. What happened was the guy that was doing my video, he was doing it in the back of the car because I already had been doing music coming up. So I was always into computers and doing music. But when he started doing the video, he was in the back of the car editing it on his laptop. And I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like he said, we're gonna play ball.
Right.
And he's like, I'm editing your video right here. And I was like,
wow.
You mean to tell me you just putting pictures and things and syncing that together? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I can do that. And then from then on, I just got intrigued with cameras.
Wow.
And he was one of the guys that was really inspirational. His name was Mike Porter. He was a really cool dude. And he like, yo, get this, get that, do this, do that. And then I want to go back to when I was doing rapping. When I got back doing music, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Cooley Chat, because he was the one that put me on to Cubase, and he put me on to Reasons, and I was doing music. Like I was getting real good at that too. So those are the guys that really inspired me. So starting to do movies came later.
That's good.
As a result of me doing my own music videos, because I started to learn how to do my own music videos, because I ain't know nobody to do music videos. All the rappers that was rocking, like I said, in that park, they was kind of like all together.
Right.
And I was like the newcomer, so I was like, nah.
Right.
I
So you
wasn't
decided
ready.
to put it together yourself.
Yes.
That's very good. That's very good.
They corny though. The music videos are corny because I was just beginning. Like I was walking on water. I had these hot lights. I mean, it was, but
You
I
have
mean,
to
I was
begin
trying to do somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, but I was inspired to do it. It's
Right.
still online. You can still
Right.
check them out too.
I've seen some. Do you remember Atari? The game that we
Yeah.
used to play on the television
Yes.
set? Do you remember the first Atari that came out?
Right.
Where everything was like stick figures. It was like blocks
Yes.
going around the screen,
I
but
had
we were
Atari.
fully into exactly. So you got to start somewhere. And now you look at the games and how realistic they are. You know, it looks like actual being. So everybody starts somewhere. You know, so we don't care as long as you got started and you're here today, my brother.
That's what's up.
You know, but growing up black, were you inspired by seeing yourself in movies, or what was your true inspiration as a black man that said you want to create your own stuff?
I've always been one to want to create my own stuff. That's due to the fact that I never like waiting for nobody. Being an only child, you know what I'm saying?
It happen
like
yourself.
Again, when I first started out, when I was doing music, my friend used to have these magazines, and he was like getting the magazines, and it was music, you know, magazines. They was a lot of equipment, and I was like, yo, you know what? I was going to the studio, and I was getting drained because I was like, yo, studio time at the time was like in the small studio was like $35 an hour.
Wow.
And then I'm trying to do these songs and my boy, and I was like, yo, I gotta own my own studio. So I ended up starting buying equipment. I was in my basement. I was buying a lot of equipment. I started learning I had the Commodore 64. Then I had the 128. And then I learned how to do music off of, man, there was a program back in the day. Like I started with that. And then like one of the first ones, because I was doing MIDI stuff. And MIDI is when you do, it's not the actual sound. It's the actual, it's the event of the sound. And you put that together, that makes the sound.
Right.
And then that's how I started learning how to do music. I had an M1 Korg and all that other stuff. So I was always inspired to have my own stuff.
That's good.
So when I got all my own stuff together, my friends would come over, we do music. I had no training. I was not good at EQing and nothing like that. We was to go in my friend's car and blast it. You know, you turn up the music real loud.
Right.
You were like, yo, the bass too loud. Let me go back and let me do this again.
That's good.
So really good at it, but not trained. And then when I got with Cooley Chat, it was kind of like, because he went to school for it.
Right.
And he was my DJ when I was doing Christian rap. And then it was like, yo, this is how you do it. And then it was just getting better with it. Then I started to get nice. And then the video aspect came in. Then I started to learn how to do films, and still no training. I'm on YouTube University.
Grassroots. Two things. Before you did Christian rap, did you do regular rap, secular rap as they call it?
I did.
Yeah?
I did.
What caused the transformation, the turnaround?
You know what? My mother told me this long time ago, Mama. She said Kurt Franklin had just came out. But back in the day, I was listening to Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. My mother was like, yo, you should do Christian rap. Now I'm 17. I'm like, Ma, ain't nobody listening to no Christian rap. Like, I was like, what I'm going to do? Tell people, yo, listen to God, da, 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 da. But at the same time, Rakim is spitting knowledge, right? 100%. And we taking it in, right? So I'm like, I missed it. It just went over my head.
Right.
And then, but as time went on, you know, being a young man, I had a family. And then some of the music I was doing, it was funny. I would say I was double wood in the hood. But at that point, I was like,
did something.
Nah, I can't do this no more. I'm cursing, profanity, degrading women.
Right.
And it was like, God spoke to me. He was like, nah. And then, you know, I met a friend. She gave me a tape. And she told me about these pastors prostrating themselves. And at that point, it was over for me. I was like, yeah, I did exactly that, prostrated myself. And I was like, I'm not doing that no more.
Right.
And my friends was mad because they was like, yo, we can't come down. You know, we want to they get high and they want to do. I was like, I'm not doing that no more.
Wow. So it was an immediate change.
It was
ever
immediate
since
change.
that day.
Yeah. So it was like, it took me like 2 years. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really did nothing for like two to 3 years.
Wow.
And then it was like, all right, I'm gonna come back.
That's good.
And then I was doing positive music,
Mm-hmm.
and then it went on to Christian rap when God did the calling at
Right.
38. Because
Right.
now I'm still young man before I'm doing that.
I mean, it's difficult because when you think about rapping, not only do you think about your message, you think about the potential income. you
Yes.
know, you think about the
Yes.
potential income, and nobody really wanted to, or it didn't look like positive rappers had the impact that negative ones did.
Right.
You know, so that could cause you to switch over also.
My name is Charmaine Bird, founder of Community Conversation and Collaboration, Inc. We're definitely about community. We're outside Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, East Flatbush, Clinton Hill, Canarsie, and anywhere where our people are, we're there. Weekly pantry and boutique, mentoring students, parents, and guardians, caring and sharing wisdom with our seniors. We have conversations all the time and everywhere. Our real rap is the world-renowned brothers of Men Talk who are actively putting the brother back in the hood. Collaboration is real. DOE, JCRC, NYPD, and most certainly YOU. Follow us, check us out.
Nah, you know what? The switch was hardcore. It was like, yo, God, like I said, he said, you owe me. So my first song was Thankful.
Which is
That
cool.
was cool.
That's just cool.
And and I got a buzz off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And people was like, yo, I love this song, Thankful. And I would come out and I would do a lot of some shows locally. And then
You used to perform.
I used to perform.
You're holding out
It's
on us,
on
B.
the-
Don't hold us out.
listen,
Don't hold
I
out
did-
on us. You used to
I
come
did
out of the back
everything,
with
yeah.
the mic in your hand.
I had the mic in my
You
hand.
had a crew or you were by yourself?
I was me and my man Cooley Chat.
Cooley Chat. Talk to him. What's up,
and
Cooley?
Tabitha, you know what I'm saying?
You know?
My wife. So
That's
we
it.
would go out, and my girl Utopia too, because she became my manager
Mm-hmm.
as well. And also I want to say Yvonne, nah, that's her mother. What's her name? I forgot. She was our manager as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I went out. I started doing these shows. Of course, you know, the first one, you trying to get the feel of it. Then me as a person, I had people taping, and then I started studying,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what I need to do. So I
Right.
started to put me a little set together.
Right.
And when I came out, I know one thing: a lot of people like my performances.
That's
if you
good.
didn't feel the songs, they might have been a little old school.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time you left, they was like, "Yo, I didn't know it was that. You could do that."
Right.
And I heard what you said,
Right.
which was very scriptural based,
Mm-hmm.
very uplifting,
Mm-hmm.
and people were left on a high note.
That's good. That's good. We can definitely talk about that. You know, I'm an underground rapper too. I told you, but
That's right.
you're not going to talk about me. But there's so much of what I want to talk about with the film. And as we look around, I see all of these pieces of equipment, and these are all in your possession. What was your first piece of equipment where you started to actually build your studio? Do you remember? Was it a camera? Was it a light? Was it a lens? Was it a mic?
Okay, so when I first started doing the filming, it was a camera.
It was a camera.
I had a Canon. It was a Canon. It was a handheld camera. Canon.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it for like $528.
You remember, huh?
Yes.
You remember. That's good.
And it had the lens. It was good in low light. It was definitely kind of decent.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to do music videos for people with that camera.
Wow.
And people used to always come and they used to call me out. And how I got into doing music videos for other people was my wife was like, you know, Baron, you're not making no money doing these shows. Because I used to print my own CD, DVD, CDs, everything. I had
True underground.
Yeah, true. I was
Back of the trunk, pop in
Yes.
the trunk.
I wasn't that type of hustler though.
But you had the conceptually, you were right.
Right. I would package it all up.
Right.
But then when my wife was told me, you know, she's like, man, this ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's not. She said, but the videos though, people calling you for that.
Right.
And I was like, Oh, okay.
Because
I
not a
like
lot of
that.
people had the cameras. Not a lot of people could show themselves in the image they wanted to.
And I was already doing like special effects.
Right.
Because I was, again, self-taught. When you self-taught, you try everything.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to school, you start doing basic concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And basic concepts don't seem, anything outside of the box don't seem logical.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a logical thinker. Like
Right.
I'm a person that I gotta think outside the box. I want to see everything happen. So when I started doing these movie videos, I'm watching movies. How can I do that effect? How can this work?
Right.
And then that's when it started to happen. And then
Right.
eventually I did go to school
Mm-hmm.
and I did take a class, aced it because I already knew cameras, lenses, effects, how
Right.
to edit. So I'm just going through formality now.
Right. Let me ask you this. Do you have a favorite director or producer that you see on TV, or have movies that you kind of model or follow yourself behind?
I don't have, I have a whole bunch of favorites.
Because I used to
think-
like Spike Lee when he used to have the
Yeah.
screen where, where the guy drifting
Yeah.
forward or going backwards. I was
Spike-
like, I wonder how he did that effect.
That's a dope effect.
Right.
I know how to do that effect.
Okay, you do?
I do know how
Okay,
to do
we'll
that.
talk about that
Yeah.
behind the scenes,
Yes.
yeah. 'Cause I'm
Spike
like,
Lee is definitely, he's definitely in the crew because of what he did for the community
mhm,
in filmmaking for us as Black people.
right,
But then you got, if you want to go like to Del Palma,
mm,
you know what I'm saying? You talking about Scarface and
right,
Casino and all that.
in the
That
70s,
dude
mhm.
is dope.
right,
Then you want to go to, then I got my favorites like Ava DuVernay, Ryan Coogler. Come on, like there's so many now.
right,
There's so many, and
Right.
I just can't name all of them because I love all of them.
right,
I done got to the point where in my life where if you did it
hmm
and it looks good,
right.
I'm with you. I'm rocking with you.
When the way you explain it, it's kind of like me loving basketball. There's
Right.
so many different players. Everybody has a unique way to play. They're Hall of Famers, So I guess there's Hall of Famers in the movie direction also.
Yes.
You're gonna like your favorites based on the type of aesthetics that you like.
Right.
So let me ask you this: what about what got you started in your first documentary that there's such a buzz about with Men Talk? Where did that happen? What was your inspiration behind creating that?
Well, my first what got me into documentary, I gotta say, my bro, Bryant or Bryant McGinnis, because so we went and did one of his documentaries on Adelaide Sanford. We went to her house up in PA,
Right.
and we did it for her, and because she knew this gentleman, Reverend Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not know she knew him like that. I used to go to Reverend Oliver's house because his wife used to, she was my therapist in a good way because I'm borderline crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm from Brownsville. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? So
You're not on the spectrum. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
I'm on the spectrum.
You on there
I'm
a
on the
little bit?
spectrum.
Okay.
I'm on the spectrum.
We'll talk about
bro.
that
I'm
behind
on
the scenes, yeah.
spectrum. I'm an only child.
Right.
I had no brothers, but I had a lot of brothers. I will say that. But that was that's what started because Reverend Oliver, I didn't know. I'm at his house, and then one morning I wake up and I see Like It Is, and I see him on Like It Is, and I'm like, I watched that show, and I'm like, yo, this guy, I go to his house. Fast forward, because Adelaide Sanford, I was inspired to do it because I'm already doing the filming for her.
Right.
So I come back home. I said, Reverend Oliver, I want to do a documentary on you. Okay. He was promised a long time ago that he was going to be able to get a documentary done. But ended up happening, never happened. So I started doing it. Long and behold, I got him at 92.
Wow, that's great.
And when I got him, I knocked it out the park. He was so happy to see it. He had an audience. We had two, we had viewings where he talked about it. One of them, he had a brownstone. He had talked to the people. He was so happy
Right.
to tell his story. And then at that moment, it was like, I'm gonna do another one. So I got a Christian hip hop one I'm doing, and then
Mm-hmm.
going
One
home
led to
COVID,
another.
yeah.
Mhm.
And now it's like I'm on the Christian hip hop one, but I did the men talk because I had promised the men because of I told them I was going to step up.
Right.
And stepping up, I did pickups. I didn't do the corner, but I did the pantry. So at that point, it was like I got to do something different.
Right.
And then that's when the documentary came.
That's good. So before the Men Talk documentary, you had one about Christian rappers?
I'm Baron Mak from BaronMakMedia.com. We're a film production company. We do documentaries, features, short films, podcasts, and content for creators. We also edit your projects and do special effects and much more. Check us out at BaronMakMedia.com. Again, BaronMakMedia.com. I was working on that one.
Oh.
I'm still working on that.
You're still working on
that?
that?
Yeah, because I interviewed like 40 people.
Really?
Yeah, I interviewed 40 people.
I mean, Christian rap is evolving. There's a lot of dope Christian rappers out there, you know, so I think you should definitely stay on that one and try to get some of these new rappers out there to tell their stories. Which
I got a lot of the old season, I got like certified vets, certified generals, like going back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mike Peace, like he was one of the first ones to get a deal in New York City as a Christian rapper. Yes, I got him. I got the brothers from the Bronx, Burt Boca Chica. They did Rap Fest when they was doing street ministry. So I have I have interviews of that. God bless Brother E. He passed away, but he's another instrumental part of that. Marty Grace, who I got his documentary.
Wow.
You know, he's another one that's like a pioneer and stuff like that. So
that's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of people
that's
I got,
awesome.
And even to this brother Marcus Hall, who's the Kingdom. Marcus Hall that's my bro. He's a legend. He don't like me to say that, but he did Kingdom Choice Awards
right
for 15 years.
Right.
There's no award show on the planet like it. And I was fortunate he let me film it.
Wow.
So I did his filming for 5 years of it.
B, you seem like you have an archive of material that people have yet to see.
Yes.
You know, so give us a rundown. What's coming next for Baron Mak? What should we see? We have the Christian Rapper podcast. We have the Men Talk podcast. You know, I don't want to let it out of the cage, but I know you got the Bird Experience coming.
Yes.
You know, what else can people expect from you?
I got movies too. Like, you know, fortunately, I don't want to be just called a documentarian. But I don't know. If God got it for me, got it for me. But He gave it to me. He gave me other stuff. I have worked on like other people's movies, like my cousin's Ephraim Benton movies. I worked on Joseph Grant sets. You know, I worked with him. These are people that did movies, and they're on platforms now. I know what I'm saying. But for me, what's coming next is just basically, I got those documentaries, like I said, it's called The Mecca. That's the Christian hip hop one. Bird, you know, that's the next one because of what she's done for the community and Men Talk, which you already have. Who is Marty Grace? That one right now, because Marty Grace is an interesting brother who has been fighting to get the contract for over 20 years for the Postal Service.
Wow.
And he is loved by the postal workers because he has been supplying them with clothes for over that amount of time.
Right. That's amazing. What's the process like once you create a documentary or a movie? What's the process like to getting it actually aired and shared to the public?
Well, there are different processes. You could do private. First, I would do like something private. You go to film festivals. You want to see how good you are. You want to see if you accept it.
Right.
Which I did win an award for the Kwanzaa Film Festival for Forever Freedom Fighter. That's what Reverend Oliver. And then
so you just submit your movie into the film festival?
Okay. And then they did that. but I haven't put them out like that only because, I don't know. I think there's still more to come. I think for me, I want to explore the film festival route before I go on to other things. And then Men Talk, I would believe I would have out because
Okay.
that one is pretty much ready to go. So
That's good. We talk about everything that you've done, but we don't talk about the things that went horribly wrong. Tell us about an experience that you had that went terribly wrong, but also taught you a lesson and made you better. Because I know
in
you
filming,
seem like in filming.
okay.
What's the difficult? Setting up this setup, getting the information you want. Give us a little behind the scenes. What's that like?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Filmmaking is hard when you're by yourself. You need a crew of people.
You say crew, 4 or more?
You need 4 more. You need some PAs carrying equipment, doing all this, because you can miss recording, not hitting the record button. You can miss sound.
Wow.
That has happened.
That's happened.
Yes. You can miss lighting, poor lighting. You can miss details in the clothes. Like, the shirt need to be right. You could miss. That's why when you see movies, you see so many names on these credits because it takes a village to make these type of programs. I don't care what it is.
Right.
A podcast to
a video, movie video,
anything, because it takes a lot of people to make a movie or creative content, as they would say.
Right. Everything. When you say PA, what's that? Personal assistant? What's PA?
Yeah, that's a personal assistant. And you need and I'll say this, they would say you would say, you got your executive producers, these are the above the lines. And then your below the lines, like your directors. And PA would be he would be like the lowest guy of the crew. But respect, if the PA don't work, you don't work.
Right.
Because he might be the lowest of the crew. They might be, but they the ones that carry the stuff, go get your talent, put up a tent, go get your lunch.
Right.
They are there to assist you. And if you treat them bad, they can make your life a living hell.
I believe that. So a lot of times we see what comes after all the work is done,
Right.
but we don't know what goes into it to actually put these films out. So creatively, is there any story out there that you want to tell or that you haven't?
Yes, God's story.
God's story.
God's story.
Yeah?
God is amazing.
Talk to me.
I got some things that God, again, I'm big on effects, right? But I'm big on spiritual. There's a lot of things that be happening behind the scenes in our lives that we don't be knowing. But how did it happen? If you're going through something and you come out unscarred or unscathed, how did that happen? That's a God story.
Right.
God has blessed you to come out that way.
Right.
You are a walking miracle. We are walking miracles every day. When we drive, we are 6 inches from death every day. When you just think about this, you're driving down a 2-way street and the only thing that's separating you is a divided line.
Yep. Never thought about it that way, but that's true.
Every day. And to make it more horrific or more interesting, you got double parked cars. And now everybody trying to squeeze through each other. Now, think about it, if somebody was head-on collision, easy. That's a miracle for you to get up and get home, even if you're crossing the street.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
So we are walking miracles every day of our life. To breathing.
Definitely grateful every time you go out your house and you come back home.
Every day.
You should be thankful.
Yes.
Do you have, let me ask you, do you have pressure to produce or create a certain film that's gonna reflect your neighborhood, your family, or your peers? Or do you just work from the heart?
Yeah. Hey, you guys, go slay you guys. Let's do it. Not only do I do it for the crown, not only do I do it for the town, Boy, I do it cause they said I couldn't. Do it cause he did it for me. Good luck. Good luck.
That's both.
A
I would
little
say
bit of
both.
both?
Yeah, that's both.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of inspiring friends, you know, that been through a lot in life. And then I have a lot of stories that I've witnessed. You know what I'm saying? So it would be both. you
Right.
know.
I mean, I know, like in our communities, there's so many stories that go untold. You know,
Yes.
I grew up, and I think you and I, we're around the same age, like the Yusuf Hawkins story. You
Right.
know, so it was situations like that that remind me that documentaries are important because people can remember and it stays with us forever.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So continue to make those documentaries,
Right.
continue to pour into it. You know, this is for the young kid out there who actually wants to start creating film. What would be your advice to a young male or woman that wants to start creating films?
Just do it.
Simple as that.
Just do it. I don't care how bad it look. I don't care how bad it sounds, how bad the sound is. I don't care if you don't have the crew. If you just got a phone, you inspired to do it, just do it. And I say this. The worst thing that can happen is nobody likes it.
Right.
So what? You did it.
Exactly.
You took the chance, you took the opportunity to do it. And at the end of the day, nobody can say nothing to you. I don't care. Everybody's a critic. This is something I had to learn about as you mature in life. Everybody's gonna be a critic. Everybody's gonna think that's not even their profession. And they got something to say.
Right.
You're not the expert. Did you go to school for filmmaking? Did you make 100 movies? Don't come criticizing what people do.
Right.
Just like ball players, right? And I was just talking to my friend the other day. Everybody that made the NBA, bro. If you didn't make it, or you want to be an analyst to say, yo, just because of stats or whatever, all these people are great.
You got
in some way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they made it.
Right.
One way or another, they made it to the league.
That's right.
Now, whatever they did after that, that's on them. But you made it. And the debate with the LeBron and the Jordan, it's over. Your favorite player is your favorite player. At the end of the day,
that's it.
Your opinion is your opinion. At the end of the day, that's just who you rock with. It's okay, but they both great.
100%.
You know, Tyler Perry is great. Spike Lee is great.
Right.
You know, nobody's done what these guys done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just another part of the puzzle in the whole community. That's all I'm saying. That's
good, man. We definitely love having you on, man. And you're the magic behind everything that's happening. And you know, we're gonna have you pop on, you know, without being with a surprise, because I know you have some things coming on. So, but before we leave, tell the people where can they find you and what's coming up next that they can see coming out of your studios.
Well, all my social media handles is Baron Mak. That's Baron Baron Mak, no C.
No C.
No C. And then, of course, I have baronmakmedia.com. That's my website. I also have another website because I'm producing my own original films, which is called Mizaf Function Entertainment. That name is very hard to spell. I will put it on the bottom right here.
You can see it.
You know, so you can see it.
Right.
And then the next biggest thing is I'm gonna open a hands-on filmmaking school.
Oh.
Hands-on filmmaking lab. Let's put it that way. It's gonna be cinematic, and where you can get a chance to touch the cameras, the lighting, the sound. You'll learn how to edit. You'll learn how to do things. You'll build a muscle. We build short films, and I do have a short film that I'm going to put in a film festival, but I have it online right now. I had just recreated it. It's called Unwilling.
Nice.
It's really dope. I had some actors and a bunch of new, young, inspiring filmmakers behind the set. They was very happy to get the experience.
Right.
So I just recreated that for them.
Right. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I thank you for coming today and sitting with us, you know what I mean?
Yes.
In the studio that you made. And we look forward to everything that's coming down the pipe. And hopefully you can pop back on and give us some more inside information.
Definitely.
Baron Mak, my brother, all right?
BG, all
That's
right.
good. That's good. Baron Mak in the studios, y'all. Men Talk. 2 words, a movement. Everything we need is in the room. If anything you heard today resonates with you, don't hesitate. Come out, sit with us, pop in on one of our events, and become a part of what we're doing. All right? Men Talk. See you on the next one.